Are you thinking of making a move to Naples, Florida? Do you know just how big Naples actually is? What does it actually mean to say, I live in North Naples, or I live downtown, or I live out in Golden Gate Estates? In this video, I'm going to break that all down for you. We'll talk about those areas and other areas that should be on your radar so that you can make the best decision as to where you actually want to live within Naples. It may surprise you to learn that Naples is quite big. Well, let's clarify that a little bit. So Naples is located within Collier County. Collier County is the largest county in all of Florida, spanning approximately 2,300 square miles. Naples, the true city of Naples, is actually quite small. So when you're reading statistics about Naples, keep in mind that it may just be talking about the city of Naples, which really only spans about 16 square miles. The Naples mailing address, however, extends nearly 700 square miles. To put it in perspective, when I have customers in my car and we're doing a house tour, I could be taking them from South Naples up to North Naples. I could be taking them from out to the beaches all the way out east. We could be in my car for 45 minutes up to an hour. And the question always is, Alysia, are we still in Naples? Yes, we're still in Naples. And I understand the question because I come from South Jersey, and in South Jersey, literally almost every 10 miles, you're in another small town. That's not the case here. I should quickly say, if you've just dropped by for the first time, I'm Alysia Shivers. I've lived in Naples, Florida for 23 years full-time, and I sell real estate here. If you are interested in all things Naples, learning a lot about real estate, and where the best places to eat, live, and play are, subscribe to my channel and I'll share all the details with you. Okay, so Naples is big. We've clarified that. But let's break it out into certain areas. You'll likely hear somebody say, I live in North Naples, or I live downtown, or I live in South Naples, or East Naples, or out in the Estates. Well, what does that actually mean? Start with downtown Naples, otherwise known as the City of Naples, or Old Naples. And that's naturally where everything developed first. People came down here for the beaches, so obviously that's where development naturally started. And while we call it the City of Naples, by no means is it a city in the traditional sense of the word. In our city, you're going to find tree-lined streets, meandering sidewalks. Here you've got the main attractions of 5th Avenue South and 3rd Street South, both of which are our main shopping and dining destinations. But you also have Tin City, you also have Bayfront, and we can't forget Village on Venetian Bay, which is a little bit further to the north. In this area of Old Naples, or downtown, as we like to refer to it, you have such exclusive neighborhoods as Port Royal. That's where the big, grand beachfront estates are. Then you also have Aqualane Shores, which again, are very sizable homes, but they're on the bay side, so you'll find a lot of boats in the backyard. And then we have neighborhoods like Coquina Sands, The Moorings, Park Shore, all very close to the beaches, but also have a selection of homes ranging from everything from beach cottages to contemporary homes to high-rises right along the beach. What's really desirable about this area of town is that it is close to the beaches. So depending on where you're located in Old Naples, you can either walk to the beach, you can bicycle to the beach, you can take your golf cart to the beach. It's very attractive for those who want to spend a lot of time at the beaches, but it does come at a cost. So as the Naples population grew, development moved south and east. You'll hear people say, I live in South Naples, or I live in East Naples. So for the purpose of this video, we're just going to say Southeast Naples to keep it simple. This area of town is home to things like our Collier County Government Complex, the Naples Airport, the Naples Pickleball Center, Paradise Coast Sports Complex, and the Naples Botanical Garden. There's really a mix of old and new in Southeast Naples, so you're going to find everything from older communities dating back to the 80s and 90s, some gated, some not. You're going to find communities that are newer, especially down further east, which is continuing to grow. You're going to find more commercial development because as the population is moving in that direction, commercial is following. Next area we're going to talk about is North Naples. North Naples is kind of loosely defined by Pine Ridge Road north all the way up to the county line, which is just beyond Immokalee Road. This area, like Southeast Naples, has a mix of communities. It's always been very appealing to families because of the highly rated school districts, and it's also home to a lot of conveniences, such as Costco, Sam's Club, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and Seed to Table. In this area of town, waterside shops and mercado are also very popular shopping and dining destinations. Next, we have Pelican Bay. Technically, Pelican Bay is located within North Naples, but I call it out only because Pelican Bay is almost like its own small little town. It encompasses 5 square miles all on its own. It's not necessarily gated, although some of its subdivisions within Pelican Bay are gated. It has its own 27-hole golf course. It is anchored by waterside shops and Artist Naples. And you literally have every style of home within Pelican Bay, from condos to single-family homes to larger estate homes to high-rises that look out over the beach. Then we have Golden Gate Estates. Golden Gate Estates encompasses approximately 91 square miles. And what's most attractive about it is it's the area of town where you can get land. Typically, when I'm dealing with customers who are coming here from either the Northeast or the Midwest, and they're just familiar with having acreage growing up, they want acreage when they move to Florida, because that's what they're familiar with. They don't want a community where their neighbor is 10 feet away from them. They don't want to live on a quarter-acre plot of land. So the Golden Gate Estates area is what speaks to them. What's most appealing about the Golden Gate Estates area is not only the land, but the fact that there's no homeowners association. There is no one telling you when to cut your grass. There is no one telling you when to bring in your trash cans. There's no one telling you that you can't park a truck in your driveway overnight. There's no one telling you you can't put a shed out in the back 40. You can have horses. You can have goats. You can have chickens. People love the freedom of Golden Gate Estates, and they also love the peacefulness. Does it put you a little bit further out from the beaches? Yes, but there's a trade-off for that. One thing to keep in mind about the properties out in Golden Gate Estates is that most are on well and septic. And you'll find that the smallest parcel of land in Golden Gate Estates is 1.14 acres, and they go up from there. There's also a new area of town that's kind of establishing itself the last few years. You can't really call it brand new. It's been there for quite some time. It's just starting to come into its own the last few years. It's called the Bayshore Arts District. The reason for that is because it's along Bayshore Road. In this area of town, which is in the southeast section, you'll find the Naples Botanical Garden, and you'll also find Celebration Food Truck Park, which is really kind of what started it all. There's a lot of new development happening down this end of town in Bayshore, both residential and commercial. It has more of an artsy vibe, and it's attracting a new crowd to this end of town. I hope this gives you a little taste of what to expect within Naples, but just keep in mind that these various sections of Naples have a ton of communities within them to choose from. So once you narrow down the section of Naples that you want to reside in, the next thing would be to figure out what community appeals to you most and works with your lifestyle. I hope that if you do find yourself in Naples, or you're planning a trip to Naples, that we get to meet. I would love to be your guide in all things Naples and help you find your place here.